Alright, so today we're going to be doing a oil change on the my 1998 Silverado 1500 5.7 liter truck. This is the truck I've owned since new. I got it November of 1997, so I'm the original owner. I kind of been neglecting it over the past probably about 15 years, so I think it's time. If you've been watching my videos, I'm slowly kind of bring it up back to par to what it was. Obviously you need a paint job. GM paint has never been good, but it's been a very long time since I did an oil change. So when I say a long time, I mean I don't drive this truck. Maybe I might drive it like once a month, if that. So it's far and few the times I drive this truck. I want to drive it a little bit more often. Obviously with technology and new cars that have come, with newer cars and technology in some of these newer cars, it makes it actually funner to drive a new car on a daily basis. So that's one of the reasons why I stopped driving my Silverado. But this was my daily driver for a lot of years throughout high school and in my 20s. With that being said, I think it's time to do an oil change. I think the last time I did an oil change, mileage I'm not too sure, but as of today we're going to start tracking all our maintenance. But it's been about a good 15 years, so yeah, pressure is low. We'll go ahead and turn it on. Today I'm gonna be putting some Kirkland Full Synthetic high mileage 530 motor oil. I heard this stuff is pretty good, or decent. So we're gonna need about 5.1 quarts of oil. That's including the oil filter, and I think about 4.8 if you add oil to the filter. So what I did is pick this up at obviously Costco, the Kirkland brand. Picked up a funnel and picked up this tray. If you want to pick some of these up, I'll put it on the description. And then I picked an adjustable wrench just because I didn't have one, depending on how tight they tighten it, if I'm able to remove it or not. Obviously I got an oil filter, and that's over there. And then I also did is I picked up this Felpro. They don't use crush washers, but they do use a washer, or like a rubber washer. So I'll put all this stuff in the description below if you're interested in picking this stuff up for your 1500 Silverado. Yeah, pretty basic. Let's go ahead, and first what I like to do is open up the cap up top to create some air, the drain plug, and then the oil filter, and then we're gonna go ahead from there. But yeah, let's get under the truck. First step, loosen your oil cap, make sure nothing goes in there. I was losing coolant, so I'm hopefully that what's in here, I mean, it looks like oil, but it looks a little orange. Well, it smells like oil, a little dirty. So anyways, loosen up your cap, make sure nothing falls in there. Pretty filthy down here, so I'm gonna try to clean it as much as we can. A mess. It's been a long time since I cleaned or took care of this truck. Look at the oil filter, man, oh man. Alright, I think, let's see, okay, it is a 15 millimeter. I can't believe how tiny space we have here. Shouldn't be too tight. Well, it's not supposed to be tight. There we go. Always want to keep your area clean, so if there is any leaks, you could, find it really quick. So. I drove the truck earlier this morning, so it's not, the engine it's not hot. And I want to see how dark it is. Hold on. Ooh, that is dark. Not sure if you guys can see that, but that is dark. This is a nice drain container that I just picked up for 12-13 bucks. Almost done. I'm just gonna move this over a bit and see if we can get to the oil filter. And of course, the tool we get. Go, we got it loose. Gotta spill out chocolate. The oil pan is still leaking too. What I like about this setup right here, it's the oil container, catch container, is able to reach both and spill into one spot. It's a great buy, at least for me. Leak. Take your time, unless you're in a deep hurry. Take your time. Okay, make sure that the rubber gasket from the filter is not on the base, but also you want to make sure that you clean the base over here too, because it was pretty bad as far as dirt. Just make sure you clean it so that you don't have no leaks or any problems like that. It's crazy how much more I enjoy it as an adult, doing the little things versus when I was in my teens and 20s to do anything like this. Now I look forward to doing oil changes and maintenance stuff. Basic maintenance stuff, not crazy maintenance stuff, but it's crazy how it's more therapeutic now than it was before. Okay, so I did have this in my garage, but it's a general fan filter, but I'm putting synthetic, so I saw that WIX made an extended performance superior filtration for full synthetic oil, so I decided to go with this WIX XP Oil Filter. So let's go ahead and finish our oil change and install this. Also, we're going to fill up our, because this oil filter is straight up, we're going to put some oil, fill up our oil filter with some new oil. Oil filter full with oil, new oil. Obviously, we already put oil on the seal too. Clean it up, clean around the top too. So that if there's any leaks, we could tell. Clean it all up. Then drag. See if I can get a little hand tight. It's not supposed to be supposedly super tightened, but enough where you can hand tighten it. With hand tighten it, I guess it varies on your strengths. That's it. We're good to go. Now we're gonna go put our drain plug back in with our washer or grommet. Make sure to take off the old one. I don't know if it focused. There's an old one right here that I didn't realize, so it's all hardened out. So take this one out. You can see now it's separating, and put the new one in. Obviously it looks blue like the other one, so it expanded. So make sure to do that. But let's go. Put some oil around here, and then we'll wipe it. Obviously our blue washer expands. Expands too much that way, but okay. Hand tighten it, not too tight. Always gotta, once you drive it around, make sure this worked out. If not, we're gonna have to change that out. Put our funnel in. It takes 5.1 quarts with total, but with the new filter it's 4.8. So right here we filled up our filter, and right here we have about just above 4 quarts, and we're going to go ahead and put most of this in, or all of it in, because it's just above 4 quarts. So total we would have 5 quarts in the car. So we're gonna put this all in, and then we'll check our levels. Okay, so again, Kirkland Signature Full Synthetic, high mileage, 530 oil, provides wear protection, high mileage engines to keep your engine running longer. For obviously vehicles 75,000 and above, and I think I'll let you know. I think I have 160,000 miles, but I'll let you know right now. But we're all set. Your funnel is drained. Go ahead. As well, make sure you clean your cover. We're going to monitor it, and I'll tell you why later, because obviously again I was losing coolant, and I'm hoping that I'm not losing coolant through the intake manifold or the heads, because I see a little bit of orange in here, but let's just hope that's not true. The car's not running wrong, it's not misfiring or anything like that, but if we're gonna have to do that, we're just gonna have to keep an eye out on our coolant and our oil, and then obviously we would have to get that taken care of. So we're gonna go ahead, clean our cap, and put it on. Right there. We have 167,354 miles. We're going to go ahead and turn on the vehicle, check our pressure and our level as well. Obviously it's going to take a while because it's going to have to reach the fuel filter, the oil filter. Yeah, see, before this oil change, my levels were right at 20 or right at under 20. Now it's close to about 50 psi, and that's with a cool engine. But let's go ahead and check our levels. Let it run for a little bit. Let the oil get throughout the motor. And yes, we're gonna fix that problem there, hopefully next video, and that problem the following video. All right. Still has the old oil on here. That's why it's that color. Put it back in. Level, I want to say it's still cold, so operating range, so we're try it again. There's 4 dots, and the operating range is obviously between here and here, so we want to have it at least in the middle. That's where we have it. We could add a little bit more because again it's 5.1 quarts, and right now we're at 5 quarts total, so I'm gonna add a little bit more and call it a day. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video on how I changed my oil on my 1500 C1500 OBS Chevy truck that I've owned since day one, brand new from the dealership here in Chula Vista. People Chevrolet, the dealership don't even exist no more. Yeah, so since 1997, so that's 28 years, 28 years now this December. So in a couple months it's going to be 28 years since I owned this vehicle. That's a lot older than most of you current OBS owners in this platform now. We didn't call them OBSs. There's no such thing as OBSs back then. These were just new trucks. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to pick up some of the stuff that I used, I don't think you could get the oil on my Amazon store, but I'll put all the links in the description below. Appreciate you guys watching and restoration of my vehicle that I've owned for a long time, for 28 years. So thanks for watching. Hit a subscribe and a thumbs up, and make sure to have a comment. Make sure to comment as well if you have any questions, or if I did something wrong, or maybe some tips that you guys could give us or give me and the audience. That would be helpful. Catch you guys on the next one.